Hello and welcome to Bonsai with Tom. Today we're going to do some regular bonsai pruning on my golden aria. This is a Portuguese Afra aria, and you can see it's got a nice bark on it. Let me just bring it in. It's really developing some character. There's a big wound here. I'm pretty sure it came that way. Maybe I did that. I don't remember. This is one of the earlier ones I got. I think I got this off Etsy, but it's an interesting variety. And it was basically just a stump, nothing to it when I got it. And it's grown nicely and is really getting some, development of the branches. But today, I just want to do a little tune up on it. We'll take a spin. Nothing major, just regular pruning. This variety grows really dense foliage. So you really have to prune it a lot. And it's an interesting foliage because it sort of starts out one color and then sort of changes as it develops. But let's get started and just do some profile pruning. So I'll go around and just try to initially restore the overall shape of the tree by just profile pruning. You could do this uh, I guess quite aggressively if you want. I just sort of come in here and just gently almost give it a shearing to take off stuff that is too long and basically to, uh, restore the shape of the tree. Because as you can see now, it's very hard. I mean, it looks nice. It's very full. It's a lot of lush green, but there's a lot of shagginess. You can almost think of this as like a maintenance haircut, like. And that's really the goal of what I want to do today is just get this tree looking, like I maintain and care for it. So I initially go through and just do a profile pruning. And as I mentioned, this golden aria, the leaves are very interesting because when the new leaves come out, they're very like yellow, almost a banana yellow. And then over time, they turn into sort of a lightish green that I have here. You can see some of them are still pretty yellow. And then they sort of become a darker green in the fall. And they just sort of repeat that cycle. This tree really requires a lot of pruning. You can see it grows very thickly. And so, periodically, if you just watch what I'm doing some profile pruning, but I'm also trying to get rid of any of these tiny branches that are sort of coming in, the standard stuff they're growing back in towards the trunk or straight up or straight down. This tree is kind of interesting because, in my previous bonsai life, I had a lot of junipers. A lot of people have junipers. And I can't remember what it's called, but in the summertime, they just produce so much foliage. And this variety of Portuguese Afra reminds me of that because in general, the ports grow pretty quickly, but this one, not only does it grow quickly, but it's so dense. It is just thick. And so you're constantly pruning it, more so than my regular varieties. And so the reason it reminds me of a juniper is that it's the same thing. They used to call it the tree of 1,000 pinches or something. I would just sort of pull them off with my hands. Some of the new kind of soft foliage just to sort of maintain the shape of the tree. And this is very similar to that. I don't pull it off with my hands. I mean, you could pinch it, but I just find using scissors and sort of coming in here like I'm doing now is very effective. And you just have to do it. I don't even know, like in the growing season, a fair number of times with this variety, maybe four. Um, I don't know. Maybe I prune this thing 4 or 5 times a year. I'd have to go back and look at the playlist to see, but it's a lot. So I've sort of got the basic profile in done, and I'm not going to do a harsh detailed pruning on this. I really just want to get it looking good. This is one of the videos. I mean, I'm on vacation, so I'm going to be gone for a while, and if I don't do this before I go, it is really going to just be a mess when I get back. So I try to stay a little bit ahead of it. And sort of my second phase of regular maintenance pruning on these, I like to come in here with my fingers and just really sort of separate each branch and really look at what's going on. There are a lot of leaves on this, and so you really have to get your hands dirty and get in there and pull things apart and move it around in order to really see what's happening. It's just a very nice dense variety. And one of the things I like to do, I'm not going to do an insane heavy pruning, but I like to restore the layers of the tree. So, I've got, let's take a look at the top here. I'll kind of show you what I'm doing here because it's always very helpful to see what I'm doing with my hands, and you can see, I can really see the branch structure in here and see if anything's going the wrong way. I can just nip it in the bud, so to speak, and cut it off now. And I can also see, I want to create. I should be able to see down through the tree, at least after pruning, because I want light to hit all parts of it and give me more of that great dense growth. And so it's a very good idea to look at your trees from the top like this, whoops, periodically while you're pruning. And, and there's a bit of a Blair Witch project moment there. But anyway, I wanted to show you that because it's quite helpful to look at the tree from that angle. But as I was saying about the layers, I really want, I've got sort of a right branch, and then I've got a back branch, and then I've got a left branch, and then as you get to the top of the tree, you're sort of repeating that pattern, but more branches kind of closer in, and they form more of a canopy, so, they are generally a bit harder to see. But what I try to do, even with this pruning that's not going to be super intensive, is restore those layers because I want to clearly see those branches. And to me it's kind of a balance. If you look at a tree in nature, you can kind of see that, and if you look at a very well manicured tree at a show or something, they're frequently uh, very pruned in that way, so you can really see the structure. Uh, so it sort of depends on what you like. Some people like a fuller tree. It does look more natural to me because if you look at a tree in nature, like a canopy on a tropical tree, like a large ficus or something, it is very full and robust looking. Um, but and I do like that look. But what I found is, when I do pruning, it's a very good idea to really take it back and restore those layers because it helps the growth from getting out of control, and I can really see and get rid of unwanted growth that's, you know, as I said before, going crossing branches or going straight up or straight down or back in towards the tree. And sometimes if you don't prune to restore those layers, you can have branches that are sort of going around a branch and then up the side and out, and you can get something that really is out of control and not even see it. So I guess that's a long way of saying I really like the tree. I When I do pruning, I like to reduce it back to its essence. And that means I want to be able to discern and see each branch. I want to see the trunk, and I want the light to be able to get down through the tree. And I think those are pretty good goals in general when you're pruning. And this is Maintenance pruning is really all about just maintaining the tree, keeping it from growing out of shape, keeping it from becoming overgrown, from becoming too big. You're really trying to slow things down by continually pruning, and also you are doing much more advanced development of the way the canopy looks and how thick it is. And so, that's much different than a lot of the pruning I do on the channel here, where I am shaping the tree. It's sort of, foundational structural pruning where I'm getting rid of large branches, or I'm just unhappy with how the tree looks, and so I'm really taking big steps with it. This is much more of a fine tuning type pruning, although depending on the variety, as in this case, you end up cutting off quite a lot simply because the tree is very full and robust. So I think you can see it's looking a little better. I was talking about those layers, and you can certainly see that primary branch on the first branch. There's a lot of space, and if I kind of look at it from the front, you can really see. I can see the differences in those branches, and it also helps to do what I'm doing here. Just look at the tree from different angles. You tend to see things a little bit differently. Your brain kind of reinterprets what you're looking at, and at least I find it helpful. And particularly for cutting stuff off that's growing straight down, if you just tip the tree back a little, it makes it much, much easier to see and identify and even cut that off, because it's just easier to see. So I think that's looking a bit better on the top. I sort of want to keep that rounded look, but I want to make it sparser. Almost like you can sort of see individual leaves now, and that's kind of what I'm going for. So this branch here is really still just thick and heavy, and so I'm gonna give it a bit of the weed whacker treatment here and just get rid of a lot of this stuff. And you can see here is a good example. If you take the stuff off that's growing straight down, it really cleans it up because now it actually looks like an elegant branch on a tree. I mean, branches do not grow straight down. They're kind of reaching up and out for the light, and that is really what we're going for. And that branch looks pretty good. And as usual, I'm kind of going back and forth and sort of looking at, pruning one and then seeing how that makes the rest of the tree look and maybe doing some fine tuning on that. And it's just a process. Take your time. And, sometimes you'll identify a branch that really is just not working, and you can either take it out or severely cut it back or give it a sort of an object lesson and cut back the stuff you don't want, and then it will continue to grow in a direction that you don't touch. So it's all the fantastic world of directional pruning, which I think leads to amazing results. Another thing I should mention about this tree, I haven't been, you sort of you kind of get used to seeing things a certain way, and so really getting to see some of those layers now, and it helps to spin the tree, look at it from the front, the back, all angles, and just keep doing what I'm doing, taking a bit out here and there to really make it a bit more sparse. But as I was saying, I really want to put this tree in a different pot. I uh, don't dislike this. In fact, I really do like the pot. I just think it's a bit uh, deep for this tree, um, and I think it'd look better in something that's maybe a little more colorful, especially since this tree gets yellow and then kind of lime green leaves. I think something that contrasts that, like a purple pot, would look really good, or something with some more muted colors in it. And so I have a few ideas, and when I get back from vacation, I believe we will be repotting this guy. So we're getting pretty close. Um, and, as a quick review, what I sort of like to do with this regular sort of quote profile or not, or maintenance pruning is, start with a profile pruning, which we've done, and then go in and do some detailed directional pruning. So basically, you're getting rid of stuff that's breaking the standard bonsai rules of branch growth. So anything growing to the inside, straight up, straight down, crossing branches, that sort of thing. And then I like to do some thinning to really help define those layers and make the tree look a bit sparse and ensure that sunlight can hit all over this thing. And that's pretty much the simple, basic approach that I use. And I will also put a link to the playlist for this tree, because I think it's very helpful to look at the development over time. And I've done a progression video on this tree before, so you can really see, how it started. It was literally just a stump, and I kind of lose track of time, but I'm thinking maybe 2.5 years ago now. And so they do develop quite quickly. Maybe it's been 3 years. Kind of lose track of time. but not a whole lot of time, and you can get something that looks quite nice. Yeah, I think I'm finally getting a bit happier with it. It's thinned out. You can really see these branches, and hopefully you agree that, this sort of pruning really, makes the tree look sharp. I'd kind of like to pull this down a little bit. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Or, another thing you can do is just sort of prune it so that it looks like it's going down, which I just did there, and it frequently makes it look quite good. But huge improvement. I'm really happy with this, and I think we're kind of getting down to it. Maybe a bit more on the top here. This area is still a little shaggy looking. Yeah, it's getting there. Let's kind of flatten it out a bit more. And I can sort of see this layer, and we've got a layer here, and I think the back is still a bit much. It really helps to just tip the tree back, and so I can really see all this stuff hanging down because I'm basically looking from the bottom up. And trees just don't grow like that, so fix it. It's the basic idea there, and it's really helpful to change the angle like this so you can really readily see that. And I can't really stress enough how much getting rid of that really sort of improves the look of the tree. The top here is still a bit thick for my taste, so I'm trying to just get it down to where I'm happy with it. And I think that is looking pretty good. So I'll just take a little break in the action here and use my nice new tweezers that I found. I used to have some beautiful brass ones, but there was a soldering joint on them. They kept popping apart. And I'll tell you, I've been so impressed with the American bonsai tools that I went and bought their their tweezers rather, and I really really like them. These things are heavy duty. I feel like I can do a lot of work, and I'm not worried about torquing them or whatever, and it just looks nice. And so I think that's about it. I'll do a little bit of talking about the future. I already mentioned a pot. I'm just going to let it fill in here and probably grow for the rest of the summer. I'm looking forward to seeing all that new yellow growth that's going to pop out here. It almost looks like flowers. It's really, really sharp. And it'd be nice to have a little bit more growth coming out to the front there. But it looks fantastic from the back here. I just love it. And with that, that's pretty much a wrap for this tree and do our victory lap. And, as usual, I want to thank you so much for spending time with me. And this is just one of my more favorite trees. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week, and we will work on some more bonsai.